show, you get one entry. You go to see a second show during the month of January, not only here but at other venues throughout Portland. You now have 4 entries into the sweepstakes. If you go to 6 shows over the month, you get 36 entries into the sweepstakes. And you're going to win all of those because the first prize is a 1974 MG Midget convertible roadster. The second prize is 2 first-class tickets on Delta Airlines to anywhere in the United States or Canada. Okay? And there's a third prize of a $2,000 e-bike. So, you know. And they're all separate drawings, so you have chances in each one. If you win one, you could win both. Actually, you can win all 3 if you attend enough shows. So make sure you scan your QR code before you leave tonight, and you'll enter this show. And Artichoke Music is the location and the date and all that. It'll do that, some of that for you automatically. But anyway, and I'll talk to you more because we've got some other stuff. There's a fine guitar that's sitting on the bar that we're raffling off that we'll tell you about at the intermission. Right now, all the way from Texas to Oregon, please welcome Randy Lewis Brown.
Thank you. And I'm really tired because it's a long way to walk. A little intro to this song because I'm not in Texas. I'm going to talk about the Sabine River, which is, for the most part, is the border between Texas and Louisiana. And I was raised in Louisiana originally before we swam across the border and avoided the Texas Border Patrol to become Texans. So. So we fished the Sabine River before Toledo Bend. Took cane poles and watermelons, but we'd mostly eat and swim. Then we'd wade across to Texas like wild Comanches itching for a fight. You know, it felt like such a distance back to that Louisiana side. So from the airport to the Sabine was 1,000 miles or so. And I'm back on this river like all those years ago. To think on hopeless situations sent me running back to this lost shore. But those miles don't make the distance, no, don't make a difference anymore. 'Cause it's not lifetimes, it's not light years, it's not the turns made to the wheel, not the miles that make the distance. No, it's the way they make you feel. So time and space keeps collapsing like through the wrong end of a lens, and it feels my journey's over before it can begin. There's some old man in my mirror, he's staring back like this ain't real. He says those miles don't make the distance, no, it's the way they make you feel. 'Cause it's not lifetimes, it's not light years, it's not the turns made to the wheel, not the miles that make the distance. No, it's the way they make you feel. Make you feel. There's this old man in my mirror staring back. Thank y'all. Well, I talked to somebody here tonight that was from Midland, Texas, I believe. I won't be talking about Midland, but I am talking about Odessa here. I was raised in northwestern Louisiana, and my grandparents lived in Odessa in a little rent house. And every August, when my dad got 2 weeks vacation, we went to Odessa on vacation in August. If you've never been there, it's flat and hot and miserable. They didn't have air conditioning. They had a swamp cooler, and we'd stand in front of the swamp cooler all day, listen to my granddad's clock ticking, while my grandmother ironed and watched The Secret Storm. This is a song about that clock. I've got a clock my granddad wound. 2 Latin words are on its face. Tempus fuge, it's what it said. Means time flies. Time, it is the wildest bird. It flutters just beyond your reach. But it does not argue, judge, or preach. No, time flies. Time flies. Tempest fuge, time flies. The sun sets, the wind dies. Wing beats pierce pitch black sky. Time flies. Time is a bird of prey, stoops and strikes your precious things, and carries them on mighty wings. Yes, time flies. Time flies. Tempest fuge, time flies. The sun sets, the wind dies. Wing beats pierce a pitch black sky. Time flies. Feathered flashes swoop and glide. The moments of my life wing by, till in the winking of an eye, it all flies. Yes, and life flies. And time flies away. Tempest fuge, time flies. The sun sets, the wind dies. Wing beats pitch back sky. Time flies. Time flies. Time flies away. Got a clock my granddad wound. Thank you. I really don't have that clock, but I wish I did. I don't know what happened to it. My mom passed away just before COVID. It was a long illness. She had dementia. But my dad had passed away in 2008, and it was very sudden. He was a Church of Christ minister, And he died. He preached a sermon on Wednesday night, and he sat down on the front pew and had a major stroke and died right there in the church. Which, I mean, you know, it's what he loves, so maybe one day I'll play a set and step off. Not tonight. That would get messy, I think. But I was going to write my mom a song, but being the selfish son that I am, I wound up writing it for myself instead. So the trouble with me is I think too much. Well, my wheels spin around, they never slow down, got no brake or clutch. Trouble with love makes us lie to ourselves when we promise forever, though we know better, it'll end in farewell. Hold on to me, hold me so hard, hold me like nothing could tear us apart. And the trouble with breath, you'll never know it's the last conversation you'll have with a friend or your dad till it's in the past. So hold on to me, hold me so hard, hold me like nothing in this whole world tear us apart. And the trouble with life is that it goes on when your whole world is shattered and the ashes are scattered and you're all alone. Hold on to me, hold me so hard, so hard. Hold me like nothing, nothing, nothing could tear us apart. And that's the trouble with me. Thank you so much. I have a good friend in Austin. He was a lawyer in Boston, and his wife talked him into moving to Austin and becoming a full-time songwriter. She works, and he writes songs. He's quite a good songwriter. His name's Terry Klein. You know Terry, don't you? So my brother-in-law, who's had a hard life, was standing in our driveway one day, and we were talking, and I said something about somebody had a hard death, and he looked at me and said, "Dying's easy. It's living that's hard." I said, "Wait a minute while I write that down." And I walked into Terry's house one day, and I said, "We need to write this song." So we did. Well, there's a bunny on my nightstand. He's been staring back all day. Hope you're feeling a hair better, is the only thing he'll say. Well, inside in Grandpa's shaky hand, that drugstore get well card was, dying is easy, it's the living that's hard. Mekong Delta 67, Grandpa's face down in the mud. Well, he's praying like he never prayed. He has not fouled his gun. Just like his sergeant told him, first night standing guard, son, dying is easy, it's the living that's hard. It's the living that's hard. And I said, Grandpa, you don't understand. It's dark and I'm so cold. And he said, we're in Afghanistan. But I know, son, I know. Because when my war was over, I was nothing but a shell. But I held on to living, even when living was a living hell. So I'm on my best behavior till I get my shoestrings and my belt. And if I'll go or if I'll stay, well, I don't know myself. Late at night, my grandpa's words echo in the dark sun. Dying is easy, it's the living that's hard. You know every day is hard. There's a bunny on my nightstand. There's a bunny on my nightstand. Thank you. Y'all are a great audience. I wish I could see you. It would be better if I could see y'all and y'all couldn't see me. Well, I'm going back. I was in a tuning called Dad Gad, and I'm going back to the missionary position of tuning here. Here we go. Well, I was talking about Terry, so I'm going to do another song I wrote with Terry. It's not quite so serious. This is the first song we ever wrote together, and my wife tells me I'm a promiscuous songwriter. I travel around and meet people, and then I'm going through their town, and I call them and say, hey, you want to write a song? And it works sometimes. Not always, but sometimes it works. Well, Terry and I got to talking, and he told me about his wife talking him into moving to Austin, becoming a songwriter, and my wife and I, I'm not sure if she's here. She was going to be here. This July we'll celebrate our 50th anniversary. She's, yeah. I don't know how that happened. I'm just 47. But Terry and I were talking, and we realized that we would not be where we were in life without our wives. So we decided to write a song for our wives. This is called She's the Only Woman. I can remember how it goes. Helps if I put it back. Yeah. Okay. She makes breakfast, sends the kids off to school. She goes off to work like I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I'm living my dream, chasing some silly tune. It's a verse in the morning and a chorus in the afternoon. But she don't mind the fact that I'm not quite normal. 'Cause she's the only woman who could love a man like me. She's the only woman who could love a man like me. Well, I snore real loud and I kick her in my sleep. Oh, she's the only woman who could love a man like me. Too many $1.50 beers, I'm singing at the top of my lungs. I drove my Chevy to the levee, I think that's what I sung. Her friends were all laughing, how could anybody get that drunk? She's just sitting there smiling that pretty little way she does. And oh, that smile, it made up my mind. She was the real thing. She's the only woman who could love a man like me. She's the only woman who could love a man like me. Grady Spruce High, least likely to succeed. Oh, she's the only woman who could love a man like me. So why does she stay? I don't know. I'm amazed. What does she see? How can it be that she chose me? 1, 2, 3, 4. She's the only woman who could love a man like me. She's the only woman who could love a man like me. Any other woman and I'd be history. She's the only woman who could love a man like me. Man like me. And that's a fact. So a friend of mine, he wasn't a friend of the, well, he was a Facebook friend, you know, those kind of friends. You're not really sure you know them, but you share like, 75, 80, 100 friends in common. But he posted this picture on Facebook one day, and it was a picture of an old quilt. And on this quilt was a hat. I'm assuming it was an old Stetson hat. That's what it looked like, an open road. And a Martin guitar. And he said, I challenge you to write a song about this. I love dares. So I started working on the song, and I was looking for a melody. And I kind of stole the melody. But it's all right. A.P. Carter stole it from a hymn that was written in 1860, I think. So I borrowed it from A.P. You may recognize the melody. My hat and your guitar lay on Grandma's wedding quilt. Underneath the live oak tree behind the cabin Grandpa built. It's an old and tattered picture taken 50 years gone by. We were young and happy under Blue Hill country skies. And you'd play the wildwood flower like Mama Maybelle played, and we'd harmonize together as on that quilt we lay. You know, photographs and memories fade like old tattoos and scars. And all that's left for me to hold is this hat and your guitar. A tornado took the live oak, took the cabin too. And we had a run of real good years, but that a real good run is through. The old home place is sold now, rows of houses, all the same. Stand there where once bluebonnets grew, where we'd sit and sing. and you'd play the wildwood flower just like Mama Maybelle played, and we'd harmonize for hours as on that quilt we lay. You know, photographs and memories fade like old tattoos and scars. All that's left for me to hold is this hat and your guitar. I'll slip on that sweat-stained Stetson, take your Martin from its case, roll out that old tattered quilt, put blue bonnets on your grave. And I'll play the wildwood flower, but not as good as you. And I'll sing that twine and mingle, bright with its emerald hue. You know, photographs and memories fade like old tattoos and scars. All that's left for me to hold is this hat and your guitar. Thank you. This may be the same guy after a few years here. I wrote this song with another friend. This was another drive-by songwriting incident. A friend of mine, Richard Paul Thomas, he goes by RPT. He lives in a little town by the name of, anyway, it's on I-35 between Austin and Salado. That's where it is. So I was driving through one day. I was on my way to Austin, and I had a couple of hours, and I called him, and I said, hey, you want to write a song? He said, sure. So we're talking about what we're going to write about. And I said, well, you've got any ideas? He says, you know, there's a lot of buzzards flying around here lately. I think this town might be dying. I said, there you go. Unfortunately, the buzzard doesn't show up until the bridge. We kind of left him out. You'll know it when he comes. It's called One Horse Town. This always was a one-horse town. That horse up and died one day. And I'll just sit here in this rocking chair, watch it fade away. I slept alone now for 13 years. Lord knows I miss my Elma Jo. Don't you know? She always said that we should leave this place, but it's the only home I know. But I love this town when you could hear the sound. The train slowing down at the station. They don't stop no more. Boarded up the store, and all the young folks moved away. Well, that graveyard's all that grows down here. Somebody's passing every day. It's just us old folks left here hanging on. It don't matter anyway. But I love this town when you could hear the sound. The train slowing down at the station. They don't stop no more. Boarded up the store, and all the young folks moved away. See that buzzard way up there? Well, it's circling round and round. If it was me, well, I'd fly away. But I'm stuck here on the ground. This always was a one-horse town. That horse up and died one day. And I'll just sit here in this rocking chair, watch it fade away. I'll just sit here in this rocking chair while we both fade away. Thank you. Y'all are so kind. Well, I can't come to this part of the country without playing a song about this part of the country. Years ago, I think it was 2012, it was the first time I came up here and played. I played at the Old Artichoke, and I played a house concert in Seattle and one in Bend. And in fact, I was concert in Bend one day, in Seattle one day, and I had to drive all the way to Bend. And I came back down to Portland, and I'm crossing over at Mount Hood, and I had drank a whole lot of water, and I really needed to go to the bathroom. And there's really not much places there, but I saw a little pull out there, and I pulled out, and it's a place called Laurel Hill. You've probably, if you live around here, you've seen the sign. It says there's an unknown pioneer woman died there. They don't know anything about her, but her wagon fell down while they were on the Oregon Trail, fell down to the bottom of Laurel Hill, and she died. Nobody knows her name. So I decided to give her a story, and this is her story. And the old wagon road was called Barlow Road. It was a toll road. It was people used that road instead of getting on a boat and going through the Dalles because it was fairly dangerous back then. This is total fiction. Like Moses, she never made it all the way to the promised land. Though she led us through the wilderness, 10 commandments in her hand. And safe and warm on Canaan's shore, just east, it's blowing snow. She lies still, not sleeping, upon Barlow Road. Upon Barlow Road. So we learned to quote the scripture to the sting of a razor strap, and to spare the rod would spoil the child, but she wouldn't stand for that. And we tread that straight and narrow, but it was never straight enough, and her hammer tongue would beat him down. When Papa would stand up, you know Papa would stand up. So into bondage that is childhood, the Willamette was our fate. From Iowa to Oregon in 1848. It was a brand new land of plenty, she said, milk and honey spilled. Over Scotts Bluff in Nebraska and all the way to Laurel Hill. All the way to Laurel Hill. Little brother died on June 12th as we forded Horseshoe Creek. They told us it was cholera. She just said he was always weak. And we used that grave like milestones not to lose that sorry trail. Mama pushed us harder when Papa's spirit failed. You know Papa's spirit failed. Well, Sam Barlow's road runs roughshod, just west of Mount Hood's peak. From Dalles Mission to the Clackamas, takes about a week. And she deathly feared Dow's maelstrom, that grave of waves that rose and heaved. So we paid our toll to drive that road the last half 100 leagues. The last half 100 leagues. $5 for each wagon, and each ox and mule more still. And it was blood, mud, and roots all the way up Laurel Hill. And I can hear the grinding, and that rig broke free and gone. And her screams to stop the falling, but Laurel Hill is too long. Too steep and long. So we buried her by the roadside in a box of wagon scraps. No will to go, no will to stay, and it was too far to walk back. But we're safe and warm on Canaan Shore, just east it's blowing snow. The other side of Jordan, way up Barlow Road. Way up Barlow Road. Way up Barlow Road. Just like Moses, she never made it all the way to the promised land. Thank you. Oh, okay. Like I told you, I was raised in Louisiana, and I waited almost 70 years to write this song. It was a hard song to write, but it's all true. In Louisiana, we don't have counties; they have parishes, just in case. And the parish I was raised in was called DeSoto Parish, just south of Shreveport, about 40 miles. Mama was Okie. Daddy was a Texan. And I was born in Louisiana the year Hank Williams died. And I was raised on shape note singing every time the doors were open. June bugs buzzing all around our head down at the Church of Christ. My daddy had a paper route through the Shreveport Times, Longstreet, Logansport, and Keachai, long before daylight. And on Sundays, Mom went with him, papers flying out both windows, and we'd be sleeping in the back seat on DeSoto Parish nights. DeSoto Parish nights. Evening news was black and white. Said our prayers and closed our eyes. DeSoto Parish nights. Summer evenings after bedtime, while the crickets whistled Dixie and far off trains were moaning beneath a crescent August moon. There in our little rent house in Mansfield, Louisiana, we'd be dreaming of a bigger world from inside our tidy room. Well, our lives were plain and simple, like a fried bologna sandwich. We had those pretty often when the paper route slowed down. But we never did go hungry, though we did do some complaining. But even poor white folks were better off than the other side of town. DeSoto Parish nights. Evening news, black and white. Said our prayers and closed our eyes. DeSoto Parish nights. But But then one Sunday evening, a black couple came from Shreveport, sat down on the back pew as communion trays were passed around. They're only here to stir up trouble. Well, that's what our preacher told us. And two deacons headed to the back and quickly showed them out. I hang my head when I remember those whites only signs on restrooms and how casually we use that word as if we had to write. And sometimes on summer evenings, well, you could smell the crosses burning, deepening the darkness of DeSoto Parish nights. DeSoto Parish nights, evening news, black and white. Said our prayers and closed our eyes. DeSoto Parish nights. Said our prayers and closed our eyes. DeSoto Parish nights. Mama was an Okie. Daddy was a Texan. And I was born in Louisiana the year Hank Williams died. Thank you. Okay. Got a couple more songs for you, and then we're going to get Ken and Carl up here, and we're going to swap songs till they run us out. I just turned 70 years old this last October, and I decided to write myself a song. Well, the light from the sun on the day I was born is 70 light years away. Where all that I've done, who I've become, is not yet seen light of day. If I could travel that far to the light of some distant star, maybe I could erase the mistakes that I've made from 70 light years away. If I could travel that far to the light of some distant star, well, maybe I could erase the mistakes that I've made from 70 light years away. Well, the light from the sun on the day I was born is 70 light years away. Let's lighten it up a little bit. I knew I should do something there. It's been a long, hard last 3 years for everybody, I think. We lost a lot of people that were important to us, to everyone, and I've lost people that I was close to, seemingly for no reason, but I guess that's the way things happen. But I wrote this song with a good friend, Randy Palmer. We actually tour together pretty often. We call ourselves the Randy Boys since there's two of us. We thought that was cute. But we're both in our late 60s and 70s, so we're not that Randy anymore. Was walking out on a nature preserve that's about 4 miles from my house on the Sabine River, in a little town I live in by the name of Mineola. And there's alligators and bobcats and wild hogs and even mountain lions out there. And one day we were walking, and I flushed a whippoorwill. You just don't see whippoorwills in the daytime very often. And I thought, that's odd. And as we're walking, we got back to the truck, and there was a mockingbird sitting on a fence post, just singing his little heart out. I hadn't got all the way home before I wrote the first two verses of this song, and I worked on it, and it was almost done, but I said, there's something not right. And Randy Palmer and I were camped out up on the Guadalupe River over close to Kerrville one time, writing songs, and I said, I've got this song, but there's something missing, and he listened to it, and he said, there's just no people in it. I said, let's fix it. 10 minutes later, we finished the song, and I recorded it on not my most current album, which I have back there, along with the album, this song called Red Crow, that the lovely Jenny over here painted the cover for me and let me use a picture of a red crow, and it was inspired by the painting in their house where they locked me in the basement for 2 weeks. Not really. This is called Not Ready Yet. This is the dreaded folk sing-along song. You're welcome to sing along. I think you'll catch on where it goes. Well, the whippoorwill, she sings all night, the mockingbird all day, and I love to hear their pretty little songs. It means that the world's okay. It means everything's okay. Hey! Then the barn owl hunts the whippoorwill, the hawk, the mockingbird, and they hide out in the tall, tall grass. The song will not be heard. Song will not be heard, 'cause they're not ready. They're not ready yet. They're not ready. They're not ready yet. No, someday I'll fly away, but they're not ready yet. He's a handsome man at 98. She's a bride of 93. They're still holding hands, making plans for that diamond jubilee. That diamond jubilee. 'Cause they're not ready. They're not ready yet. They're not ready. They're not ready yet. No, someday they'll fly away. They're not ready yet. One day I'll rise on eagle wings way up in the sky, and I'll leave behind hate, death, and war. Among the stars I'll fly. Among the stars I'll fly. But I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. No, someday I'll fly away, but I'm not ready yet. Sing it with me now. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I know someday I'll fly away, but I'm not ready yet. Thank you all so much. I'm Randy Lewis Brown. We're going to take a little short break, then we're going to get Ken and Carl up here, and we're going to play some more songs for you. Thank you guys for listening.
All right.
Yeah, folks, we'll be back with songwriters in the round here in just a couple of minutes. But while you're up at the bar, may I point out that wonderful, beautiful guitarist seated on the bar.
That was a heck of a song.
That
Piss
bar,
great.
that guitar.
That was a heck heck of a song for just
part
a
of
little
the
piss
raffle
break
this
on the
year,
Barlow
Winterfolk.
Road.
34th annual Winterfolk is happening February 4th at the Alberta Rose Theater.
Yeah.
That is the grand prize. That
You
is
know,
a
there's
fine
parts of
guitar
the Barlow
handmade
Road
by
are still
Lauren
there.
Schulte, a handcrafted guitar.
Through
Also
Welch's and
available.
Zigzag.
Second prize for that night is 8 hours of studio time at Davis Studios. So if you're a guitar player, a singer, a songwriter, you might want to invest in that guitar. And in the raffle, $10. Briggs at the bar will be more than happy to sell you a ticket, raffle ticket. So while you're out getting your refill, ask about the guitar. You can try it out if you want. Thank you all. We'll be back in a few minutes.
and they actually sell more than waffles. So this came from a night at a waffle place. Phoebe was a Waffle House waitress. Sam was looking for breakfast and a beer. He heard her singing to the jukebox like she's famous. You could have heard a pin drop. He felt his heart stop. He felt his heart stop. Sam loved playing old country and blues. Phoebe's thinking this is her dream come true. She sang him crazy and then he knew. You could have heard a pin drop. He felt his heart stop. He felt his heart stop. They were headed home, been a good night. Freightliner rolled right into those headlights with a bang and a blast of light. It all went dark, it all went dark. And Phoebe loved their magic. Oh, how she's missing him the most. The wind has scattered their ashes, and she's still there, singing with his ghost. She's still there, singing with his ghost. It was the last song of the evening. Phoebe turned and stepped back up to that microphone, 'cause she's still singing. She's still singing. She's still singing with his ghost.
No, I'm not.
Take good care of it.
Keep trying.
That was just the chord. Well, the first time I stayed with Carl and his wife, Jenny, I did stay in the basement. They didn't lock me in there, like I said. It was really a nice place to stay. But there was a picture down there of a red crow that was painted, I think it was for an advertisement or something, wasn't it, Jenny? Or, it was a logo. And it was so cool. And I'd wake up every morning and sit there and play my guitar and look at that red crow. And I thought, what if there really was one? There's a red crow outside my window, and you don't know what that's like, 'cause he's haunting me, and he's taunting me, oh, in the fading light. Heard him calling as night was falling, and he gave me such a fright. That red crow outside my window last night. So it's a mystery how I can think I see this thing that simply can't exist. But I saw him, I heard him calling. Belief is useless to resist. My heart fluttered, prayer was uttered. My trembling hand reached for the light. When I saw that red crow outside my window last night. Blood red feather on my windowsill revealed itself at morning's light. I hold it in my hand and shiver still. Chill like icy fingers clouds my back. My first thought today was to run away, leave this terror far behind. But when he found me, my spirit bound me to this fate I can't unwind. So I'm sitting in the kitchen, windows open to the wind, and I'm waiting for that red crow to descend. Descend. So there's a red crow outside my window, and you don't know what that's like. Thank you.
I love this thing that we do. I love the writing. I love the performing. I love the driving. But I think this format right here is my favorite, and it has influenced everything in the way I performed since I started becoming. I was a professional in the round host for many years. And the thing about doing the dynamic of this type of performance is you don't have any control over 2/3 of what's going on, but you got to fit in. You got to make it keep moving. How many of you know who Molly Ivins was? Okay, and she had a regular, of course you do. Molly Ivins had a regular column called "She Can't Say That, Can She?" And she would. So all in the midst of studying, re-studying the works of the songs of Roger Miller, I thought of Molly Ivins and my favorite Molly Ivins quote. And that's sort of the way this song starts. You gotta get a little messy to get the most out of life. Whether making love or cooking up a barbecue, you gotta lick your lips and lick hers too. To get the most out of life, you gotta get it all over you. Gotta go outside, break a sweat, walk barefoot, get your feet wet. Smell the rain and the bacon and the coffee brewing. Gotta stub your toes, skin your knees, lose your way, lose your keys. Taste your tears and the tears of your loved ones too. Gotta get a little messy, get the most out of life. Whether making love or cooking up a barbecue, lick your fingers, go on, lick hers too. To To get the most out of life, you gotta get it all over you. You gotta fall in love more than once. You gotta bust your ass more than twice. Gotta find a good friend or two or three or four. Gotta hook a fine bass, 5 or 6 pounds or more. Then you give it a kiss, throw it back in the water, and take a picture if you can and let the world know that you caught her. Then sit on the bank and sip a beer. Thank you, lucky stars, you're still here. But don't forget to brush off your muddy butt before you get back into your truck. Now, baby, that's messy. I'll clean it up. I gotta go fishing one more time, you know what I mean? Gotta fall in love more than once. Bust your ass more than twice. You gotta lose a good friend or two or three or four. Gotta miss that big old bass, 14 pounds or more. Gotta get a little messy, get the most out of life. Whether making love or cooking up a barbecue, lick your lips, woo-hoo-hoo. To get the most out of life, you gotta get it all over you. Yeah, get the most out of life, just get it all over you. Get the most out of life, you gotta get it all over you. Ooh, boom, 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 boom. Molly Ivins, look her up. And the quote is, most of the best things in life are a little messy, like sex and barbecue.
Well, I was going to sing a song about my grandfather, but that wouldn't have matched real well. So
That's the challenge.
that's the challenge. Some of you know this about me. But it's about living. So I got a phone call from a guy named Benny. And he said, I heard you can drive a truck. Heard you can pull a trailer. And your friends say you talk a lot. So I took a job as a barker in a carnival on the East Coast. Greyhound took me north to Dorney Park, where I learned the art of the bark. On top of the sawdust under the tent, oh, I found my dreams without pretend. A city boy, a gypsy girl, stealing time from that carny world. We knew the end at the start. Oh, we gave our heart. Safe behind those suicide doors. Safe behind those suicide doors. In her Lincoln Continental. Oh, we were safe behind those suicide doors. We were safe behind those suicide doors. Talking maybe or if. Talking maybe or if. Tarot said there was no fix. Oh, there was no fix. We were playing a dangerous game. Her family never heard my name. Town to town at show to show. Oh, we kept that secret. It was hard, you know. Safe behind those suicide doors. Safe behind those suicide doors. In her Lincoln Continental. Oh, we were safe behind those. Safe behind those suicide doors. In her Lincoln Continental. Oh, we were safe behind those suicide doors.
You mentioned fishing, didn't you? Yeah. Well, I love to fish, fly fish in particular. We're lucky enough to be able to spend our summers up in Colorado, and I fish a lot there. I think I'll do a different. The song originated from fishing. I was on my way to go fishing one day, and there's a lodge that's about 150 yards from our cabin there. And I have to walk through it to get to the bridge over the river that's in our area called the Canales River. It's a beautiful river at 9,000 feet. It's just full of brown trout and native cutthroats. It's just a great place to fish. But I was walking through, and the owner there had 3 dogs. He had 2 black labs and a white lab, and the black labs were named Tucson and Vegas, and the white lab was named Dallas. And it was about noon, and the 2 black labs were laying in the sunshine, and the white lab was laying out in the sun. And I hadn't got 50 yards till I wrote the chorus to this song. And you can't help yourself. And so I was talking to a friend of mine, Randy Palmer, and I played this song, the same one we talked about earlier. And I was talking to him on the phone. I said, man, I got this song, but I just don't know where it's going to go. It needs a bridge. And he said, send it to me. I sent it to him. 10 minutes later, he sends me the bridge to this song. Sometimes I hate his guts. Black dog in the shade, white dog in the sunshine. Everybody needs a place, a space makes you feel fine. Black dog in the shade, white dog in the sunshine. I've been a square peg looking for a round hole way too long. I've seen lots of sad faces in places I don't belong. Old black sky that made in the shade of his cottonwood tree. He's found a spot, I want to find one for me. Black dog in the shade, white dog in the sunshine. Everybody needs a place, a space makes you feel fine. Black dog in the shade, white dog in the sunshine. See, Dallas is sleeping, ain't doing nobody no wrong. He's fine out in the sunshine, knows right where he belongs. Square pegs tired of lying, trying to be somebody else. If I can't be that round peg, guess I'll just be myself. Black dog in shade, white dog in sunshine. Everybody needs a place of space, makes you feel fine. Black dog in the shade, white dog in sunshine. So in this life we only get one chance. So find your spot, get out there and dance. Black dog in the shade, white dog in the sunshine. Everybody needs a place of space, makes you feel fine. Black dog in the shade, white dog in the sunshine. Black dog in the shade, white dog in the sunshine. Black dog in the shade, white dog in the sunshine.
Commercial time. Just to let you know, starting February 26th and every Thursday through the end of April, I will be teaching songwriting courses here at the Artichoke. And the first 4 are already up on the website, and they're actually 2 different seminars with 2 different versions of them. One advances and the other just gives you another version of it. The first one is going to be called How to Get Out of Your Beautiful Rut. And if you're a songwriter, you're already thinking about, yeah, that's my beautiful rut, even if it's successful, you know. And I can show you ways to just jump right back into some of the more basic things that you started out when you were songwriting again, and just write totally different songs. And then there's 2 versions, 2 subsequent parts to that, and then the other one in between Thursdays is called Where Do You Start? And I have 2 very good ways that can get you started writing songs of your own. So, look it up. I never would have written this song this way if I hadn't hung around with Jack Williams. He's a good friend, I know, here to all of us, and also one of our mentors. If you ever get a chance to hear Jack, just don't miss it. But there's about 4 or 5 moves here I stole from Jack. That one. Sunset on the river, water's all aglow. Been sitting on this bank all day, watching it flow. I got a line out in the channel, but I stopped fishing long ago. I'm just sitting, sipping whiskey real slow. There's a gator on the surface, big old catfish in his mouth. As he takes it to the bottom, my heart is sinking south. Drag me down where I don't want to go. Oh, how could she leave me so low? It's been a catfish morning, catfish afternoon. Tonight there be a catfish moon. Here's your part. Catfish moon, waltzing on the water. Catfish moon, lazy little daughter of the sun, who's always rolling round too soon. That one. Here's your chorus. Catfish moon, waltzing on the water. Catfish moon, lazy little daughter of the sun, who's always rolling around too soon. Funny how my rambling brought me right back to the spot where the fishing and the whiskey and the wind were so damn hot. We'd take a boat out on the river, throw a blanket on the bow, and make love beneath the catfish moon. Sing it with me. Catfish moon, waltzing on the water. Catfish moon, lazy little daughter of the sun, who's always rolling round too soon. It's been a catfish morning, a catfish afternoon. Tonight there be a catfish moon. Thank you very much.
It's always the question of what you play next.
You got a song about catfish?
No.
Yeah.
A moon?
I got a moon song.
Everybody got a moon song, man.
And it was written in Texas, so. There's a group of songwriters that I affiliate with. And they do a writing retreat in West Texas. No internet, no cell service, no data. And this came from that. It's great hot springs too. It's called Chinati Hot Springs. I took 8 steps to the bottom of the cave. I heard you calling out my name. I saw you hide the hands of goodness. So I sing this sacred song to save. Only the moon knows the moon knows. Only the moon knows which way the tides they go. Which way the tides they go. Your words burn in my mind. The ghost of midnight I still find. How those gilded voices do cry, with the twist and the turn of a rhyme. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows which way the tides they go. Which way the tides they go. I reached the ancient well. I drank from those fires of hell. And strangely in that black and white, I found the stories of my life. The truth waits to be told, no longer haunting my soul. Oh, the future is still unfolding as it will. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows which way the tides they go. Which way the tides go.
I said earlier, my dad was a Church of Christ minister, and by the time I was 16, I had memorized most of the New Testament, not because I wanted to, because it was required for me to eat. But I digested that, and then about 45 years later, I decided I'd write my own book of the New Testament, and I call this The Gospel According to Lloyd. And the people cried, Lord, Lord, Lord. We all feel guilty, sad, and poor. You know, I think we've been ignored. We could use some help here. And he appeared leaning up against the wall in wholly faded overalls, a big cheek full of red man chaw, one gallus swinging free. He said, now the name's not Lord, it's Lloyd. But I don't get annoyed. You see, I really do enjoy. I'm unexpected. And they said, hell, you can't be the Lord. You're just some dumbass country boy. You must be nuts or unemployed. He started grinning. And there appeared a pile of lumber. And he laughed so loud it thundered. And they all stood slack-jawed in wonder. And he built a Ferris wheel. He said, you know, life is like this wheel. The ups and downs, they seem so real. But no matter how they make you feel, it's just illusion. 'cause there's no heaven, no hell, no sin. Just a wheel that spins and spins, and on it never ends forever. And then he turned and he walked away. He said, I'll leave you kids to play. Enjoy every single day. They are my present. And the people cried, Lord, Lord, Lord. Well, our faith has been restored, and we no longer feel ignored. Please visit us every day. So what if God were a country boy, and his name were really Lloyd, and he said that life was to enjoy and not feel guilty? Praise the Lord.
Randy Brown. Oh, God, it's good to swap songs with you guys again.
It is great. Looks like one more round.
Here's me getting out of my beautiful rut. Them ain't folk chords there. This is one I'll throw at you sometime at the open mic. What I'm going to do with this song is I'm going to introduce and be singing my song. And then in the middle of it, I'm going to sing a song that was written by three of my heroes. Not just one, but three of them. And if you can tell me all three of those people who wrote that song, I'll give you 2 free CDs. By the way, we've got CDs back there. Also, I'm brand new here. And my email list is pretty sparse. So if you'd like to know where I'm playing locally here, please sign up on the email list. I'll let you know. And as these gentlemen right here,
back there, so
yep, we all have email lists back there.
we're not
So
going to share them with anybody except ourselves.
that's it. Oh, yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but I give good email. Oh.
I strive to reach your standard.
It's fun. You're writing it, and I like writing prose because I'm always writing songy things. This is mine. Yeah, it might have been the night, might have been the moon, might have been the sight of other lovers in the room, might have been my imagination, but didn't we just fall in love? Could have been a sigh, could have been a song, could have been the wine to help the mood along. Could have been the combination. Didn't we just fall in love? Unless it's just some little thing I missed. Best guess it must have been the first time we kissed, with so much sweet temptation to fall in love. I should have seen it coming, should have smelled perfume, should have heard the humming of bees around the bloom, should have known that old sensation. Didn't we just fall in love? Take it, Briggs, we're in the key of G. Okay, here comes that song. Cigarette holder, which wigs me over her shoulder. She digs me out catting that satin dog. Baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful, amigo, you're slipping. Speaks Latin, that satin dog. She's nobody's fool, so I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl, but I ain't for no girl catching me. Skipperoonie telephone number. Well, you know, doing my rumba with you know and that my satin dog. Anybody got it? Don't look it up. This song was started by a man by the name of Billy Strayhorn, who was Duke Ellington's right-hand man. In fact, half of the songs you think of Ellington's or songs were started by Strayhorn. He handed it over to his boss. They made an orchestral hit out of it. Said, man, we got a song here. Let's get somebody to write the lyrics. And they got Johnny Mercer to write the lyrics. Back to my song. Unless it's just some little thing I made. Best guess it must have been the first time we kissed, with so much sweet temptation to fall in love. I should have seen it coming. Should have smelled perfume. Should have heard the humming of bees around the bloom. Should have known that old sensation. Didn't we just fall in love? Didn't we just fall in love? Didn't we just fall in love? Thank you very much. It's all folk music. I ain't never heard no horse sing those songs.
Yeah, folks play it. Well, thank you, all of you. It's been a great evening. And Randy, thanks for inviting me to swap songs with you after. And I'll give the pitch. Artichoke is an all-volunteer organization, and they
There's not many places like this left in the country.
Yeah.
This is a magical place. Absolutely.
that doesn't sound good. So let's see. What am I going to do? I know. I'll just play, Carl. Just play. Well, this is not a religious statement. This is not a political statement. It's just the story of a man I worked with a long time ago. Eddie's got holes in the soles of his snakeskin boots. He walks those back streets, he's looking for truth. And you'll know him when you see him in that rusty rhinestone suit, out there among all that forbidden fruit. And he's window shopping for Jesus. Paradise is one day out of reach. Oh, he's window shopping for Jesus. Another grievous angel cries out for peace. Charming, ain't they, as he looks at the crowds. They walk those streets, they're not looking to be found. And saints and sinners, you know, they're all so devout. One man's passion is another man's house, and it's window shopping for Jesus. Paradise is one day out of reach. Oh, he's window shopping for Jesus. Another grievous angel cries out for peace. Now it is all alone in his room tonight. A bottle of bourbon and one video light. The doorknob turns and she slides in calico lace with that devil's grin. Calico lace with the devil's grin. And he's window shopping for Jesus. Paradise is one day out of reach. Oh, he's window shopping for Jesus. Another grievous angel cries out for peace. Another grievous angel cries out for peace. Oh, he's window shopping for Jesus. Thanks.
Thanks, Ken. It's so great to see you. I thought I would never see you again when you moved to Oregon, so who knows? You never know what's going to happen. Thanks, Carl. This has been more fun. I haven't had this much fun in Conscious in a long time. I think that's the way which way I'm supposed to say it. Gary, I want to thank Gary back here. He's running sound. What a spectacular job you're doing. It's probably some of the best sound I have ever been party to. You can just follow me around all over the country if you would like. I'll get you a place in the RV, you know. It'd be well worth it. I had two dear friends.
You should see his RV.
I had two dear friends, and I played at their wedding. And 11 years later, I kind of watched their marriage dissolve. And I played with both of them. They were both musicians. They're still friends. I'm still friends with them, but they're no longer together. But another friend of mine, Connie Mims, as a matter of fact, it's a mutual friend of ours. Connie gave me a writing prompt one time. She said, I want you to write a song with the word good in it. Well, y'all don't know me very well, but I'm kind of a smart aleck. And so I decided I would write a song with the word good in every line I possibly could, which is a no-no in songwriting, very much so. But as I was writing the song, I realized that I had snuck up on myself. I snuck up, I guess, on myself. And I had written a song for my friends. And it's a great song to close the night with. It's called Good Night, Good Luck, Goodbye. It was a good run. There were some good times, a few good years, for what it's worth. Now she's had a good cry, and her tears have dried. Good night, good luck, goodbye. And he was a good man, and that was a good thing. Sometimes good isn't good enough. Had no good reply, just a nod and sigh to good night, good luck, goodbye. Raised a glass to good memories, then she locked the door behind him. Turn out the light. She knows the hard truth is better than a good lie. Good night, good luck, goodbye. Raised a glass to good memories, then they locked the door behind him. Turn out the light, 'cause she knows the hard truth is better than a good lie. Good night, good luck, good night, good luck. Good night, good luck, goodbye. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Carl. Thanks, Gary, for sound. Thanks, everybody that works here. What a great place. These places are magic. You should support them every time you get a chance. Thanks for coming. Good night.